What is up, everybody? It's Coaster Pete here from Club Coaster, coming back with another episode of Royal Valley. That's right, Royal Valley Part 40. Part 40. So, in this episode, in this time-lapse, we will be working on the park's 10th roller coaster. Royal Valley's 10th roller coaster. So, in this episode, in this time-lapse, we will be working on the park's 10th roller coaster, which will be an RMC T-Rex coaster. It'll be a Rocky Mountain Construction T-Rex roller coaster. And also, what's more unique about this is very unique compared to all the other coasters in the park. This is one of the more unique ones, by the way, saying that this is actually one of the more unique ones in Royal Valley, saying that it will be a single rail as a roller coaster track, and also it will be what I mean by that, it'll have monorail style track, and basically and kind of want to go for like a generic theme for this coaster, and this is going to be a generic theme roller coaster, and I decided to go with the name Rail Runner. Rail Runner. Yes, Rail Runner. That's right. And also here, I've actually been wanting to go for like a nearly 90-degree drop. Basically, it's like the drop is 90 degrees. Also, and also here, it goes a little bit over 70 miles per hour, pretty much. And also, here, it is also 100, like a little bit over. I think it's like 192 feet tall, and it's a really tall Rocky Mountain Construction single rail roller coaster. It's a really tall single rail coaster. I know that, like in real life here, like this will also be one of the first RMC T-Rex coasters in the world, fictionally, and also, definitely, and also, of course, you already have. This is going to be basically, well, the Rocky Mountain Construction T-Rex roller coaster prototype is actually like it's a larger version of the Rocky Mountain Construction Raptor coaster, which is also the smaller version of. It's also like the smaller version of the Rocky Mountain Construction T-Rex coaster, and that's also a single rail coaster track. It's also a single rail prototype. And as you see here, also, yep, and also here, definitely, I came with some, like, the elements for this coaster will basically have some, like, quite a few rolls and, like, quite a few rolls and overbanked elements. Like overbanked elements and things like that, and this whole coaster will also have a stangle dive, or have a stangle dive, pretty much. And also, for the ratings on this coaster, you got green across the board, definitely green across the board, and also, this coaster the coaster layout though. Will definitely be, the Rail Runner's coaster layout will be, it's more of a kind of like an L-shaped layout, basically, with a bunch of twister tracking, with a bunch of, twister layout, like kind of like a twister layout too, like, that means it will, like, wrap over and under itself each time, like, it will wrap under and over itself a couple times, and also, definitely, and it will interact a lot with it will interact quite a lot with Centurion. It will interact with the B&M Inverter roller coaster Centurion, definitely, and also hopefully this I would consider this as one of Royal Valley's main attractions, because definitely. So basically, I wanted Royal Valley to open up with 2 RMCs before opening. Basically, yeah. And also, here it's a lot of like has lots of like low to the ground and and also has some overbanked elements and also like quite a few airtime moments, definitely. And also here it does have a Stangle dive as well. And basically, it's also quite an intense coaster too. This Rail Runner is also quite intense as well. It's super intense, definitely really intense, and also this coaster runs up to 2 trains on this, and as well as this roller coaster runs up to 2 trains and with 2 trains and 4 cars per train and 6 seats per car. And also, definitely, it will be. I think it will probably be. Hopefully, it will be one of the best rides, one of the main attractions in the park. Hopefully, this will be one of the main. This will actually be one of the main coasters in the park. Basically, yeah. And also, I've also created the station platform, the station building, and the queue line for this as well. A station building and the queue line for this as well, and also here, it's some of the transfer cable. I definitely gotta I didn't really complete the transfer table quite yet, but I will eventually, and definitely, I think this has this coaster here has, the layout has 4 to 5 versions on it, and also, this is basically an enlarged version of the Rocky Mountain Construction Raptor layout, the Raptor prototype, like the Rocky Mountain Construction Raptor layouts. They already got 2 Rocky Mountain Construction single rail Raptors opening already in 2018. They already got 2 single rail coasters from Rocky Mountain Construction opening up in 2018, which will be the Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster at Six Flags Fiesta Texas and the Railblazer at California's Great America. And also here, this single rail coaster will be opening up at Royal Valley in 2018, fictionally, and also it will be the first ever, one of the first Rocky Mountain Construction T-Rex roller coasters, one of the first Rocky Mountain Construction T-Rex prototype coasters, definitely, and also here, yeah, pretty much. And also it does end with a barrel roll as well. Does definitely end with a barrel roll before the brake run, for the final brake run. And definitely it will basically have quite a few airtime moments and quite a few high baked turns and etc. And it does interact quite a lot. It does interact with Centurion. It interacts a lot with that. Definitely it does. And yeah. And also here, like, I decided to, kind of like a trend, like, where I complete the entire track first, then, I complete the layout first, the general layout first, and then I do the supports. I support it. Definitely. Like, I know, like, it's, like, I've actually done, like, at the moment, I need to fix a lot of things here, because this seems very unrealistic. Super unrealistic, it seems like. You know, like, just the fact that, it, like, this is, like, just seems super unrealistic to me for some reason. You know, like, I definitely do need to, like, fix it quite a bit. And especially, like, the forces, I mean, the G forces and stuff, and definitely, the environment I need to fix up, you know, and also do kind of need to add, like, I might be adding coaster nets, security nets, around, I might be adding security nets around, like, around, the layout, around the coaster layout, but, like, but we never know. We never know yet. So, so by the way here, definitely here, and for the Q line, I just did, like, for the Q line, just did a simple, like, set of switchbacks, and you go up a flight of stairs. Just a simple set of switchbacks. And for the exit, I did some stairways, like, and for the exit, you also exit down a flight of stairs as well. And pretty much most likely, and also, it's not a long coaster, like, it's pretty short, it goes pretty quick, it's like, and also, it's like, it's only a minute and a half long, basically. It's only, like, nearly a minute and a half long, basically. Like, it's a pretty, like, shorter ride, it's a shorter coaster, like, it's a pretty short ride duration, it's only, like, a little bit over a minute and a half long, but, it's definitely still worth it. It still packs a punch. Definitely. And, yeah, and also, that's all I have to say in this time lapse, and enjoy the rest of the time lapse of Royal Valley, part 40. And Club Coaster here, signing off.